Hey everybody, this is Ryan at Phase 3 Electric. Today I'm going to show you how to pull a permit with L&I. So what you want to do is open a browser. You're going to just search L&I. When you get to this page, you're going to click Labor and Industries, Washington State. This is going to be for all the areas that are not within like a city jurisdiction like Everett or Edmonds or Burien or Renton. So like anything that's outside of those areas will be through Labor and Industries. Jurisdiction. So what we want to do is come to this website, click licensing and permits. When this opens, you're going to click electrical permits, fees, and inspections. When you get to this page, you're going to come down on the left side, purchase permits and request inspections. Now, if you're a property owner, you'll follow the tab on the left here. If you're a contractor, you're going to click contractor. Pretty much the same, very little differences. Now, if you already have an EPIS access, you can click on this and do your login. I like to do option 2, which doesn't require any logins. And what they'll do is they'll give you a permit number and a PIN number to call your inspections in. So click option 2, click on this link. You're going to put in your contractor ID. And your UBI number. You're going to verify this information, make sure everything looks correct. You know, sometimes it'll ask for fax. I usually just come in here and punch in my email, and it'll autofill to my cell phone number. I don't care. No one's faxing these days. So put in your email address, hit next. You're going to come to, is this going to be for an individual or a business? So for our purposes here today, we'll put in business. Let's just pull a permit for us. Once you put in the zip code and you click off of it, it's going to refresh the page, and then it's going to allow you to click the city. That held me up a bunch of times. Is when you get to this point, you see how the page keeps refreshing? That's because it's updating the fields here. So put in our information, 505.6. Is it within city limits? Yes. Okay. And then we're going to choose, you're going to pick the L&I office that's closest to your job. So the closest one to Monroe is Homish Everett. Work description. We're just going to say adding 5 new circuits from the panel, from panel A. To feed branch equipment. Driving directions. I usually just put anything that's helpful. This is a required field, so I put like building is located off of Ty Street. Park in the spaces marked B. So this is the page where we're going to actually choose our permit. So what we'll do is we'll come in here and select circuits per panel. So that's what we're doing. We're adding 5 new branch circuits. Once you click on that, the page refreshes again, and it adds this number of circuits added / altered. So we click on that again, it refreshes again, and then right here you can add 5 circuits added / altered. Make sure you click add. And here at the bottom of the page, it'll total up your permit costs. So what you want to do is if you got a big job, you want to go through and add in your services, your feeders, all your circuits per panel, and you kind of work your way down here. And then You'll notice here it says trip fees. If you're going to have a job that's going to be more than a cover inspection and a final inspection, if you have to call in multiple times for multiple covers, you're going to want to go ahead and just preemptively add some trip fees in there based on what you think. Otherwise, you have to go in and they'll send you a bunch of emails and you got to go back later and try to pay up, and it just causes more paperwork. So if I know I'm already going to have 2 extra trip fees, I'll just put them in. Once you've gone through and you've selected everything you want for your permit, you're going to click next, and you're going to come in here and double check, your everything. You're going to check the address, permit number, UBI, and you're going to check all the site information, site owner, address, all these good things. If you have any changes, now is the time to make them. Okay, you're going to get to the end and say, yep, that's good. Here's where it's really, really important that you're paying attention. It's time to pay for your permit. So you're going to, most people are probably going to pay with a credit card over an electronic check. So you click here and you're going to come in and you're going to pay for your permit. Okay. Once you've gone in here and entered your information and hit pay with your credit card, what's going to happen is, if you've done everything correctly, it's going to give you your permit face. This is one of the only times that I know of that you're going to have access to the permit face. And I'll show you an example of what that looks like. That's this right here. So your permit face is this. It's got a QR code you can use for calling in inspections. It's got your permit number. It's got all the information, a description of what you're doing, how much you paid, and then it has the date it was done, and then it's got some places here for an inspector to sign off. On the second page, this is very important. It's got your permit number and an authorization code. This is what you're going to use to call in your inspections, because we picked option 2 back on the very first option that we picked on the L&I website. So what you're going to want to do is save that permit. I usually hit Control P, and then I use PDF, and I save this as a PDF, because you're not going to be able to get to this again. I also print it. I print a copy. You're going to want to put a copy on the job site as well. Now, once you've done your work and it's time to call in inspections, you can either come here and hit Scan Me, and on the permit itself, and request an inspection. You can also click on Request Inspection here if you have a live PDF, and it takes you back to L&I's website. And I'll do another video on requesting inspections. But this is how you get your permit. Once you're here, you can go ahead and start your electrical work. You're not supposed to start work until after you've pulled your permit. So this is the easiest way I found to do permits. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us, leave a comment, or visit our website, and you can go ahead and fill out a question form on our website. Feel free to give us a call. More than happy to walk anybody through the permit process. For residential, it's going to be slightly different. You're not going to have to enter in your customer's information. They'll just ask for your information, who owns the property, but it's the exact same process getting to this point. All right, anybody, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks.